Hey, this is Dan Putnam. I want to welcome you to our BMore opportunity presentation. We're going to be talking about the 10K guarantee. But before I do that, I want to just go through a little bit of information, really just to get you thinking a little bit. You know, it really wasn't that long ago that the earth was pretty much like this. You had your deserts, you had mountains, you had jungles, you had, beach areas, and that's really it. And now it looks quite a bit different with massive skyscrapers and houses all over the world and boats and airplanes and amazing technology, cell phones, computers, everything there all came from just that earth. And so the big question is, how did this happen? Every single thing that we have today is a result of some amazing human beings, not that different than us, that understood the strangest secret. So what is the strangest secret? The strangest secret is, as you believe, so shall it be done unto you. This has been around basically since the beginning of time, and it truly is the secret to success. And what we're going to talk about a little bit here is exactly how the brain and the universe work together for you. But before we get into that, you have to understand that our factory default settings from birth is literally just survival. It's not for success. So our ego and everything is there to protect us from doing anything crazy, just for survival. But in order to have success, you really have to change that, and you have to understand a couple things. One very important thing to understand is the brain doesn't know if something is true or false. So you have to be very careful about what you think about and what you put into your mind. I heard a saying that really made me think, and they said, if you understood how powerful your brain was, you would never have a negative thought. So I like to view the brain kind of as a garden, and every thought is like planting a seed. And then you have to realize that when you plant these seeds, your brain and the universe are working together to try and make it happen. So if you're constantly thinking about the negative, literally your brain and the universe are trying to make that negative thing happen. Most people are absolutely amazing manifestors. They just manifest the wrong thing. So the first part of transformation is you really have to understand about what you put in your mind, because that's what the brain is going to work towards with the universe to try and make happen. So let's talk just a little bit about this formula of transformation. And this really is for anything in life, whether it's in business, a relationship, getting in shape. It all works basically the same. It starts with a goal, dream, or idea. Then you want to put an exact game plan on how you're going to achieve that. You have to have the consistency to follow the plan, discipline so you continue to push even when you don't feel like it. Then you have to have the resilience just in case the plan's not working, that you don't give up on the dream or the idea. You just go and tweak the plan just a little bit. A good example of this is somebody like Thomas Edison, one of the greatest inventors of all time. Inventing the light bulb, it took him over 10,000 tries before he got it to work. Think about that. He had a dream or an idea, had an exact plan how he was going to achieve it. He obviously was consistently working towards it, disciplined, and the resilience unlike anything I could ever imagine. You got to be thinking, how many times after maybe 10 or 20 tries you give up? Or 100 or 500 or 1,000, 5,000, 7,000, 9,000 tries, he still isn't giving up. That's a true definition of resilience, and it's needed if you really want transformation. But here's what's exciting about BMore. BMore is a transformation company. We encourage you to think of exactly what you want in life. We provide all the tools to help you change your mindset from survival to success, and we give you the proven tools in order to achieve this. We have 4 different modules within this. Again, it's all developed to change that mindset from just survival to success. We start with brainwave entrainment. Again, this is becoming very popular. There's studies all over the world that just show the benefits of this. Virtually every single professional athlete, the U.S. military, special forces, FBI, veterans, people suffering with PTSD, again, celebrities. This is becoming more and more popular. And basically, it's as easy as putting some headphones on and pressing play. Our beings are made up of frequencies and energy, and that's how our entire body runs, including our brain. And so what this actually does is it helps change the frequencies of the brain to an exact form that you want them. For instance, if you really need to focus, or if you need to be more creative, if you want to prepare for sleep or anything like that, you can literally do this with the BMore product. So instead of having your brain control you, you can actually control your brain so it's working for you instead of against you. Also, just things as simple as a gratitude journal. There are studies at Harvard University that show just literally writing down 3 or 4 things per day that you're grateful for changes everything. It changes the brain chemistry within 1 week. And as they continued to follow and interview these people that were keeping a gratitude journal, they seemed happier. They seemed more at peace. They seemed, better with everything going on, and was able to handle things better, be more resilient, and it actually impacted their health. They showed a 20 to 25% less chance of cardiovascular disease and many other diseases, literally just by changing that mindset and being grateful. And that, again, is a big push towards this resilience and getting to that success mindset. Exercise and movement. Studies, I just saw a study recently with over 130,000 people. They're comparing exercise and the effect on the brain and on depression compared to the pharmaceutical prescription drugs that are prescribed for depression, the antidepressants. And what they found in almost every single marker, exercise actually performed better than the antidepressant pharmaceutical drugs. So again, a lot of times when somebody just isn't feeling very good, the doctor should probably be prescribing some exercise as opposed to these pharmaceutical drugs. And the last one, but definitely not least, breathwork. This has been practiced for thousands of years by many people all over the world, and is one of the best ways that, again, you can change that chemistry of the brain and the body and literally go from fear and anxiety to peace and calm within a minute or less. Very, very powerful. We have different breathwork exercises. We have the exercise and movement. We have the gratitude journal. We have the brainwave entrainment, all in a very organized back office for you. And we actually reward you for having what we call winning streaks and completing all 4 of these every day. So we have a product, again, designed to get your mind ready for success. And maybe the most exciting thing is this guarantee, this $10,000 guarantee that everybody's talking about. We literally are so confident in our system, we guarantee it. We have exact proven strategies. We have assignments with due dates and accountability. We have an exact launch for your first 48 hours, a proven social media strategy, exact daily plan of action that takes less than 2 hours per day, regardless of your background, skill set, or experience. Every single person can do this. And we do guarantee $10,000 per month by the end of your first year, or we'll refund all of your fees, less any commissions earned. So let's look at this just a little bit, because again, we have an absolute guarantee for your first year. But one of my favorite sayings from Elon Musk, the richest person in the world, he says, stop being patient and start asking yourself, how do I accomplish my 10-year plan in 6 months? Even though you'll probably fail, you'll be far ahead of the person who simply accepted that it would take 10 years. So what we've put together here, even though we have the guarantee $10,000 per month within your first year, we have a system that shows you how to do that next month, not next year. And it's really to focus on that 48-hour launch. You make a list of just 10 people that you would like to work with, your friends, people that you know that are looking to make some extra money, and would like to have an exact system, an exact game plan to truly take care of their finances for the rest of their life. And the $10,000 isn't the maximum. There literally is no maximum. So the goal is to just find 2 people who want to do this business with you out of your 10 best friends, or the people that you would like to work with the most within your first 48 hours. Now, if you don't get 2 out of the first 10 people, you just need to keep talking to 10. You really need to get those 2 people in the first 48 hours. And then again, you're going to help them do the exact same thing. So let's look at what this would look like. First 48 hours, you find 2 business partners. They follow the exact same system. So they make their list of 10. They use this presentation or another one of our presentations so that they can see this exact system and this concept of changing your mindset to success, having an exact business system in order to achieve those things, and really be able to use this in transforming anything that you want in your life. So they do the same thing. They get 2 people in their first 48 hours. So in your first 4 days, you have a total team of 6. Now this is exciting. This is the foundation of your business. This will actually put you at more than 100% profit every single month. So as long as your 2 order and their 2 order, this business is better than free. We're actually paying you, and that's what it's designed to do. If this continued for 1 month, you'd have a team of over 65,000 people in just 30 days, and your income would be well over $140,000 for your first 30 days. Now again, we're not counting on everyone following through. We talked about 10,000 your first month. That would only be 7% of this potential. Now, here's some things to think about in closing. It's very important that people realize we've already had people make over $10,000 their first month. This isn't something that has trial and error. We have an exact proven system. We tell you exactly what to do, and we know that it works. So again, just like Thomas Edison inventing that light bulb, taking over 10,000 tries, today they can create billions of light bulbs all over the world, no problem, because they have the system, because they have the formula, they know that it works. This is the exact same thing. This is like a roadmap. This is like a navigation system to your success. If you can follow directions and you can put in, again, no more than 2 hours per day, you can be making an extra $10,000 a month starting your very first month. Here's something to think about. Less than 1% of the 8 billion people in the world make this type of money. That means that there's 99% of the world that needs to learn what we're teaching. Now, we know exactly why they're not making the money. Again, go back to that formula of transformation. They might have a goal, they might have a dream to make the money. Like if I ask people, would you like to be wealthy? Almost 100% say yes. But then if I ask them, do you have an exact system, an exact game plan to help you become wealthy? Almost 100% say no. If you're going to look statistically, it's probably going to be 99% because there's only 1% of the people that are doing this. Now, if they had the goal and they had an exact game plan and they're either going to make that or they don't have the consistency, they don't have the discipline, or they don't have the resilience. But here's the big thing. You really don't need a lot of the resilience because our system already is proven. We already know that it works. So here's all you have to do. You just need to decide now that you have the information and you not only have maybe a dream to become wealthy, but you have an exact game plan, an exact system to help you become wealthy. You need to decide, is this something that you're going to participate in or not? We have 3 different packages. The product's all the same. You can purchase monthly, which is $25 per month. Again, if you get 2 and help them get 2, you're getting a $50 monthly bonus, so you'll more than double your money just with that first 2 steps in our system. We also have a quarterly package, $75 per quarter. That ranks you at silver, so you're getting an instant pay raise by paying quarterly instead of monthly. Also, you have 3 months to work with people and help them become successful instead of just 1 month. So there's a much better chance of success if you start with a quarterly package or the recommended gold pack, which is our yearly package. This ranks you at gold for an entire year. It also gives you 2 months free. This is our best value, $250. All 3 of them completely guaranteed that if you follow the system, we guarantee that you'll be making at least $10,000 per month by the end of your first year, or we'll return this money less any commissions earned. So if you're ready to be more and literally take complete control of your life, live life on your terms, chase your dreams, what we're going to do is we're going to help you. Remember, we're not an information company. BMore is a transformation company. Everything that you need to live life on your terms, to achieve your goals, to achieve your dreams. So if you're ready to be more, simply get back to the person who invited you to this presentation and pick what works best for you, monthly, quarterly, or yearly. So thank you so much, and we'll see you at the top.